What's up, guys? Jonathan here. I know we don't normally start the show this way, but we have something extremely exciting to talk to you about. It's the thing we've been teasing for months now. It's happening. Bombs Away Live. That's right, Bombs Away Live, the only place where you can get the movie screened and have us make fun of it all in one giant live event. And if you're in the Southern California area, you are not going to want to miss this. August 16th at the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana, a fully themed event transporting you back to 1987 when this film was released. Featuring a hilarious pre-show filled with clips from previous episodes, multiple photo opportunities, 80s and movie-themed costume contest, and ninjas. That's right, ninjas. All this and more to celebrate the screening of the 1987 B-movie masterpiece, Miami Connection. That's right, we're doing Miami Connection. The Taekwondo 80s synth-pop masterpiece, written, directed, and starring YK Kim, comes to the screen for one night only, and right after, we're going to rip it apart. Featuring audience participation and live Q&A from you. That's right, you, but there's only one chance for you to do that. That's if you join us August 16th for Bombs Away Live. You can get your tickets for this amazing event by typing bombsawaylive.eventbrite.com. That's bombsawaylive.eventbrite.com. See you ninjas there.
My father! I found my father! Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
I don't have a tagline for this.
Okay.
Do you want to make up some?
I can't even think of like what the movie does to make up a tagline, to like warrant a tagline, I guess. Do you have anything?
One plot versus another. The internal struggle of Godfrey Ho's entire career.
But that's suggesting there are actual plots.
Oh, there is a plot. I got it. No, I got it.
Well, you'll have to do some explaining.
The film that Jarrett doesn't remember.
And I watched it hard. I was like, pay attention, please. And then, I don't know. I think everything was just like, we're leaving. We're going here. We're here. Who's doing what? I'm going to start a band. Like, did the guy start a band?
No, that's Miami
He
Connection.
just can't. No, he wanted to start a band and someone tried to eat his snacks, but then he was like, no, they are my snacks.
Yeah, there was an entire thing about... we'll get to it. Anyway,
So-
with 5 ninja fights, 12 hand-to-hand fights, 1 death by katana stabbing, 9 deaths by gunshot, 1 death by vehicular manslaughter, 1 hand chopped off, 1 death by boomerang, 1 death by hanging, 1 death by glass bottle stabbing, 3 deaths by sword slicing, 1 death by impalement with a broken table leg, 1 sex scene, 1 death by fall, 1 exploding body, 1 exploding boat, and 21 deaths in total, with a 4 on IMDb. It's 1987's Cobra versus Ninja. Let's drop some bombs.
Face me. Your Uncle Sam. So let me in the fucking house!
Jason, Mother is talking to you!
How would you like to curl up with a good book?
In your dreams.
Make your wishes.
I did it! I took the Lindbergh, baby! I am Joseph Mingala!
Welcome to Bombs Away, the only podcast recorded inside a projection booth and the funny yelp of bad movies. I'm Jonathan Young. Joining me in the studio, as always, is...
Sorry, funny's subjective.
Yeah. Hey.
Jarrett Seifert. That was my intro.
Oh, what a movie that we have for you guys today.
Was it?
Oh, I mean, it's a movie. There's a lot of history to it, and that's why I brought it to the show.
Well, let's hope it's an interesting history and it catches my attention more than this movie did, because I don't remember what I watched.
Okay, so the history
But like you said in our shorties, the last 20 minutes, like, it works. The last 20 minutes are a movie. But the first hour 10, hour 5, it's just, I don't...
All right.
There's ninja fights.
Okay, so number one,
But I also don't think ninjas fight.
let's get something out of the way, okay? And I will do it very PC. But
Oh, God. Oh, no.
when you hire actors for your film, right? Most of the time, unless it's like the two women from actually the Mission Impossible movies, the one that plays his wife and the current love interest, who also look very almost identical to me.
Kate Holmes?
Not Katie Holmes. I hate you.
Oh, no. Ex-wife, right.
Right. No, I think the two actresses, the one playing his wife from the third movie, and now she's in this latest one as well.
I've never
And
seen
then-
an MI.
Really?
Yeah.
They're getting better with age. It's like wine.
Yeah, well, based on what I've seen on this one,
Yeah.
Henry Cavill.
So, but the woman playing, and this is a good preface, is the woman playing his wife, and then the woman that's been playing his kind of love interest in the last two, to me, look almost identical. And so, in a film like this, where we're already dealing with, by the way, folks, if you're listening to this and you actually want to get all the references, this is available on our YouTube right now.
Yub-dub.
So you can actually go there and watch Cobra versus Ninja. But, and like I said, I got to say this PC, like, you need to hire, like, when we're dealing with, like, bad quality footage, like, and a lot of scenes that are dark and blurry, you got to hire very distinguishable actors.
Or, like, get a different haircut. Like, the one girl that
That's
I
a
always
problem,
knew,
too.
she always had really great eye makeup. And I was like, I know her and I like her.
Right.
The sister Rose, is that who it was?
Rose is not, Lily is the sister.
Rose is the love interest of that one guy.
Kind of, I guess.
The one that he meets on the beach? No.
No, the one on the beach is a random chick.
That's right. Who's Rose?
Okay, we'll get there, right? What I'm saying is that a lot of people,
Did Rose at least have the eye makeup?
they all had eye makeup to me.
Well, one of them had a really great eye makeup.
I
It was
don't
real
know.
jazzy. It was
You know,
like
I'm not looking at
vibrant green.
that. I'm not looking at that.
I was like getting some makeup tips.
Sure.
How can I make my eyes pop?
So many of them look the same. They'll dress the same. They have the same haircut. And some of the same facial features, either like they're very young, athletic, male, Asian actors.
Yeah.
And
Well, the way this movie was made doesn't surprise me that they all went for like generic
Right.
people.
and that's part of the problem. And so here's the history. So why I wanted to bring this to the show is that the director of this film, who's uncredited in this one because this was a part of what he would do, his name is Godfrey Ho. Godfrey Ho was born in 1948 in Hong Kong, and he basically is considered the master of B-movie Hong Kong action movies. Okay? Most would actually refer to his movies as Z-grade movies because they are what's known as a cut and paste technique.
That's inching on some Pokemon territory. Peyton, you know what's up. Hit me up in the comments, dude. Z-grade moves, right? Z moves.
Ooh, all right.
It's all Pokemon now. There's like 2 other listeners that are like, oh yeah, that's a stupid reference.
Yeah. So what he would do is he would shoot footage for one movie, and then like often using like Caucasian actors for like exportation, right? And then he would edit the scenes into several other movies, mixing them from footage from old or unfinished or unreleased Asian movies that he would just buy the footage from. Okay, often using like Thai, Chinese, and Filipino footage to fit in, which is another thing like Will mentioned where it's like, that guy doesn't even look Japanese. He looks Filipino, or like you said, Cuban.
Yeah,
at
one guy
point.
definitely looked Cuban. I
Yeah.
was like, what's happening?
So
It's a
then,
very colorful cast,
Right?
which is great, but at the same time, I was like, I don't know.
so then what he would do, he would try to make a story somewhat coherent through the dubbing and the voiceover. So like he would just take out the original voices
Mhm.
and write his own new dialogue. And as long as the actions semi kind of like linked up with what the emotion was happening or something, he's like, good, we're good.
Which is why sometimes you'll get scenes where it's like them talking for a long time and it's like, I don't know what to do. Sometimes it's like, I don't know what to do because I just don't know what to do because there's something that I don't know what to do. And it's like, I get it. They just like keep repeating it because mostly they have to fill in that
mostly
gap.
because something that they did in the beginning of the shot and something at the end all match up with what the story is. So like he's got to fill in that whole line of dialogue.
But it's like they're talking for so long that they just repeat themselves.
Yeah. So
like over and over.
With
and
this technique, he would have then 4 or 5 movies with having spent the budget of 1.
Did you look at the writing credits?
I know he's one of them.
So the writing credits are pretty funny because Godfrey Ho, as the story developed, he developed the story, but then Stephen So did the screenplay, but as Stephen Soul. But then the actual story is AAV Creative Unit, which I'm guessing is what he bought the stock footage from.
So he would also, because people started knowing who he would change his name or go uncredited as a director in a lot of films.
Oh.
Or partner up with the director, Joseph Lai.
I just love his name, Godfrey Ho.
Yeah.
Because aren't we all? Just Godfrey Ho's. Just reusing my own joke from the shorties. Yeah. That's not his original name, though.
What, Godfrey Ho?
Yeah.
Well, no.
That's his stage name.
No, but that's what people know him as, so.
Chi Kwang Ho.
Yeah. So.
That's his real name.
This is one of those movies that is a product of that. And another product of Godfrey Ho's films is Richard Harrison.
Okay, Richard Harrison is like beefcake to the extreme. Yeah. So not like I accidentally clicked on his profile, but I was like, well, I just want to see like more about this actor because he's like pretty old to be a ninja. But then it was like he was this muscly dude that like somehow went to Italy and then just got cast as like hunk. And I looked at all his pictures. He's in like a tiny little banana hammock at some point. That's the male word for like a man's G-string, basically.
Right.
He had a pretty decent body, except on his photos on IMDb, it's like a hot black and white photo, a hot black and white photo, hot black and white photo. But then it gets to him between like the aged man we see in this movie and then like this hunky like 20-year-old dude, and it's like him at like 40 or something. And I was like, oh no, he's still shirtless at like 40, and he didn't keep up the workout routine.
And he stopped shaving his chest.
I know.
Yeah.
Which like I don't mind the whole chest hair stuff, but man, he did not look that was over-ripened.
So
that point.
Richard Harrison, which has been in some great Godfrey Ho movies that I've seen, like Ninja Terminator is probably one of the most insane things they ever did.
It's a Ninja Turtles and Terminator crossover.
You wish.
Yeah.
You wish.
Donatello, watch out!
No, literally the plot of that one is like 3 ninjas all take a piece of this statue that means something to the like rival ninja clan, and they are threatened of trying to get it back by like they'll send like mini wind-up robots to like Richard Harrison's apartment.
So it's the trial of the temple.
Yeah, and there's
it's
it's the Shrine of the Silver Monkey.
Yeah.
And there's also like actual like blue soft, like not soft shell, but like blue fin crabs that like, and he throws a ninja star into one, but they have nothing to do with the plot. And Richard Harrison is talking to like his enemies via a Garfield phone that has like light up eyes, like the whole movie. It's insane, right? And it's probably one of the best Godfrey Ho ones out there. And we'll get to it, but I wanted to ease us in a little bit. So, this film stars Richard Harrison again, which once again, I do not know if he's aware that he was in as many movies as he is, because like we said, he filmed one thing. Like I wouldn't be surprised, and anybody maybe who's more familiar with Godfrey Ho and stuff is like, send us the footage of Richard Harrison talking on the phone again with somebody, or being in a yellow and red ninja suit, which happens in this film. Yeah,
a mustard hot dog.
Yes. So this film starts out with just a random ninja running through the hills in a purple disco ball what are they called? Gis? Are they gis? What a ninja wears.
Okay, that's so inappropriate. We're called gays.
Oh, I hate you. God, I hate you today. Gis.
No, I really don't know what it's called, but yeah, it's real jazzy. I kind of was like, I like it, but too much sequins. It's a lot of sequins.
Yeah, it looked like a quilted packing blanket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
So that's one, and
Jogging through the woods.
yeah, he's jogging through the woods, and this is what happens a lot. A lot of the dialogue in this film, and we'll get. There's a clip that I wanted to play, and here's one of the opening dialogue clips.
James McAvoy? Oh, no, sorry, James
Why must you
McCoy.
challenge me?
It's fate. I was born a ninja warrior, and I have to prove myself to all ninjas that I'm the best around.
No, the best ninja now is Gordon.
I'll challenge him too.
You won't have the chance. He will not accept your challenge.
He will. He can't refuse me when he receives the ninja challenge card.
God.
Then you have got to defeat me first.
Sure.
That's my favorite.
God.
So
It's...
it's I wanted to play it because it's so stunted, right?
Yeah.
Number one, to set it up, he is faced down by what looks like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Who,
is
like, in the scene right now when he's talking, it looks like he has, like, extreme buck teeth. But then whenever you see him, like, in a few seconds, it's like, perfect white teeth. And I was like,
But
oh, that's called a
he
stunt double.
also is dressed exactly like Ninja Master Gordon in the film.
Okay, he's also dressed like the yellow ninja.
From Power Rangers?
Yeah. Like,
So
Power
he's-
Rangers had their ninja.
Yeah, yeah.
The Power Rangers ninja, whatever.
yeah.
And I
So
watch that in the
he's
mornings
a-
because sometimes it was pretty good.
He's Alicia.
Yeah.
Or the
Right?
the black girl
Well, so
from it.
there was so that's from Power Rangers the movie with Ivan Ooze, but then they also legitimately
or is it
had
Aisha.
I don't remember.
It's-
I got to rewatch.
it's the
But
black
that's a
girl.
great movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they also had Power Rangers Ninja Force, which is also pretty good. That was the only
stopped
second.
after
I know.
Turbo, fool.
Oh God, you stopped after Turbo?
Yeah, why
I didn't
wouldn't
even
you?
watch Turbo. I only watched the original
No,
Power
no, no.
Rangers.
I watched Turbo the movie, which we'll do on
Oh,
here, and then
okay.
I was done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the
Basically,
original
I just
Power
wanted
Rangers.
my original characters, and once they trickled away, I was done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
Or no, I was done when they brought a kid and he grows into full size every time he's in the Power Ranger
Oh,
suit.
God,
That's when I was
that's
done.
Stupid.
That's in Turbo.
Yeah. We'll talk about Power Rangers later. But it did look like they were all just like off-brand Power Rangers. Because like, I just have a huge problem with the ninjas in this film.
Well, they're also called like off-brand Power
Like,
Rangers.
I'm red ninja. I'm blue ninja. But then they're
Well-
not wearing those colors. They're always wearing black.
Right.
Like they didn't have the budget to buy different colored ninja costumes.
Right. So, Ninja Master Gordon,
Mm-hmm.
right, which is Richard Harrison in this film, he's called the Red Champion.
But he's hot dog.
Yeah, he's
With
red
mustard.
with a lot of yellow.
Or as the IMDb synopsis said,
Ronald
MacDonald. Not McDonald. A Ronald MacDonald ninja.
So he's Mac from Sunny.
Yeah.
And then he has to fight in this film the Green Serpent, the White Dolphin, and the Purple Falcon.
None of those are real colors you see in the movie.
Also, like, the Purple Falcon looks like Cobra here,
Yeah.
right? But it's not.
It's not?
No,
Oh,
he's
shit.
not the Purple Falcon. He's Cobra,
Okay.
right? He should be the Purple Cobra, right? Yeah, but like just like Power Rangers things, it's like White Tiger, you know, Tyrannosaurus, yeah, Dragon
Pterodactyl.
Sword, right?
I just remember Kimberly going, Pterodactyl!
Yeah, Saber-tooth Tiger.
Saber-tooth tiger.
She did say it like that. I can't even.
I love that movie. Power Rangers, the movie.
Okay.
Be the swallow.
Well, Trini's not even in that though.
Who?
Trini,
I don't know who that is.
Saber-tooth Tiger.
Oh. Saber-tooth tiger. Yeah, she is.
No, she's
They
not.
get their saber-tooth ones.
Nope.
Or is that Aisha
The
at
movie,
that point?
it's Aisha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Because that's when you had, like,
also
their races were their colors. Like, the Native American was black.
no, that's in the show. It was already changed over by then.
Well, no.
Because
oh,
Adam
yeah.
is
Okay.
the Black Ranger at that point. We'll do.
Yeah.
All right, Power Rangers, the podcast. Here it comes. I could do that.
Oh my God, we
You just riff on like the episodes,
but we watch every single Power Rangers ever. Born, done, raised.
Done.
Here we go. We'll have to search
because every single episode
would
would be in like literally once Zordon reveals to them.
I just miss Billy.
Yeah, you would.
Well, yeah. But he was
representation,
like my gay
but not actually.
No. He actually, I was like, my sexual awakening was Billy, the Blue Ranger, and he actually, he liked my tweet. So.
He looks good now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So back to our movie.
Really
Ninjas kind of suck.
Trying to avoid this movie. So no, these two have a fight. Because this dialogue is just like, then you'll have to challenge me. And he goes, sure.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what happens. Like, there's so many points in this film where it's like,
okay.
Later on in a scene, a couple scenes from now, it's like, Mother, tomorrow I'll go to town and rustle up some work. And then the scene just like switches over to town. And you're like, all right. Like,
she's going fast. Okay.
So, yes, these two ninjas have a fight. In this world, ninjas, I guess, do a spinny move, and just like Power Rangers, they just, now my hood's up.
Well, also
and I'm ready
in
to
this
go,
world,
and I've turned into a different person.
When you backflip, you disappear.
Yes!
Whoop.
So, yeah, Richard Harrison as Ninja Master Gordon does this move in every single fight where he defeats his enemy,
straight up murders.
Yeah, pulls off his face mask, right, very slowly.
Like he's a cowboy.
Does like a finger move, and then flips backwards and disappears mid-flip.
It's like, bloop.
Yeah, like fades out, disappears.
Not even that. It's like, boing, like a bewitched noise plays. It's like, thunk.
Yeah. And then that's it. Yeah. Like,
this is also our third new podcast called Noises People Make When They Disappear.
Which there should never be any.
Womp.
So, God, we are insane today.
I'm just giving it to my ADD.
Now, switch over to actually introducing Ninja Master Gordon.
Oh, so the weird thing about that first season, or these first scenes.
Oh, Cobra kills that guy.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it.
This yellow guy is dead.
Right.
But, okay. He's dressed in yellow. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That wasn't
Moving
a statement. On. Okay. But, it looks like it's all dubbed, but it's actually what they're all saying.
Sometimes.
Yes.
So, in this, like, it is all overdubbed, right? And in certain cases like this, like anything that Richard Harrison did or any Caucasian people.
Yeah, no. All the English, like, if they look like they speak English.
Yeah.
That also.
God,
okay.
we're just.
I'm digging a hole right now.
Right?
Basically, but it's true. Any
Hold
white
on, let
person,
me pull out the soapbox.
Yeah. Any white person in this film speaks English.
Right. But it's still been overdubbed later in the studio.
But it's like still the same words that they're saying.
No,
really
that's what overdubbing means. Where it's like you're talking over the same thing. Like basically, we didn't get. This happened in 1990, The Bronx Warriors.
Yeah. Where
it's like we got audio on set, but it's horrible because it's not a quiet on the set situation.
So the whole movie is ADR.
Right. Exactly. So this is that. That's what overdubbing. It threw me off
because I was like, oh, okay, so it's gonna match up, and then it switches to the other movie that we're watching halfway through, and it's not matching up, and I was like, oh, okay, all right.
It picks and chooses which if it's going to be the current movie or a past movie.
So we switch over to
Ninja Master Gordon, played by Richard Harrison. He is talking with 4 guys who just went through training with him. They trained at some secret base. It looks like a military base, probably in Japan.
And this is the last time they'll ever talk to him.
Not all of them.
Really? Someone talks to Ninja Master Gordon again?
Kirk does on the phone after he's hired to assassinate him.
Not really.
Well, I mean, they pieced it together.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it actually might have been the same movie because they are in the same scene with him.
Okay.
So that's where it gets confusing. I was like, if you're really trying to dig and find like what scenes are actually a part of this film to make it all make filmed and make it make sense, you will have trouble sometimes, and other times you're like, oh, that's clearly for this movie and its plot.
Do you think Godfrey Ho has his own personal exploding car scene?
Maybe the same one, just
Like,
like Lloyd
he is
Kaufman
the-
with the car flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
He's like,
he's probably
I
used
gotta
the same.
put this in there.
That's why they. It's probably the same boat that explodes every time or
Godfrey
something.
Ho,
Yep.
Asian Kaufman.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, but
Kind of in his own way.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think talks the same too. Fuck the corporations.
Yeah. We'll interview him
Love you,
next.
Lloyd.
Oh, Lloyd, my favorite. He's
So
such a sweet man.
yeah. So he's like, oh, your last day. What are you guys gonna do on your last day? And before they can like finish the conversation, a ninja, which also, by the way, all ninjas in this film wear headbands that let people know they're ninjas. It just says one is like nin, and then a ninja like face, and then ja after that.
But
face.
one of them looks like they put it on kind of sideways, but like so you can't see the full
But also,
word.
like,
But they like the
ninjas-
graphic on the side.
Ninjas don't just go around declaring that
Well,
they're
no,
ninjas.
They all belong to the same like dojo in East LA.
Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's it.
But that's the thing is they would, like, maybe it would say Cobra Kai because that's the dojo that they belong to.
Yeah.
They would not just be like, ninja, I'm here, I'm a ninja. Like,
if you put them...
but also, what ninjas go around wearing these outfits?
If you put two of them
God,
together...
They saw me again.
And then you give them some cling wrap, it's a ninja wrap.
Moving on. So...
Ninja rap.
Yeah,
you want to sing along.
No, I don't. Okay, you can't bring other bad movies into this bad movie
That's
to
not a
make it
bad
more
movie.
entertainment. You're telling me that Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze is not a bad movie?
It's a great movie for being bad.
Uh-huh.
Turtles. Ninja. I was up on the roof, coming up with an idea. Like, the best line out of any
we'll
movie.
get there.
Sorry,
Come on,
okay.
stop. Like, so as he's talking to them, like, a ninja just pops up out of a bush and just throws a tennis ball. Like, and it explodes into a cloud of dust, and everybody just kind of goes and just dives. But then a ninja challenge card gets thrown. And what a ninja challenge! What do you think a ninja challenge card is? Like
a spray painted bubble wrap envelope. That's what it looked like.
But it's hard enough. No, so like it seems to be a metal envelope.
Yeah.
Right? Like a metal sheath, which inside of it contains a folded piece of paper. Not even like that's the. So like, to me, I'm like, what is the challenge card? Is it the envelope? Is there the whole package?
He opens it up and it's like, this is a ninja challenge card. Like, that's what I imagine. Is it just basically being a ninja challenge card?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's like a playing card that just says, like, challenge?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Or like an invitation, like a wedding, like, you've been formally invited to the ninja challenge.
Right? But, yeah, no, it's insane because it's just like, let's throw a piece of metal that is an envelope onto the ground, have it stab into the ground, and then it'd be like, oh shit, oh, ninja challenge card. Well, I gotta go, guys.
Right.
And that, because a ninja challenge card is basically saying, hey, you're a ninja, I'm a ninja, and I challenge you to a duel. That's it.
You're a dude, I'm a dude.
So
it's called the Tangent Podcast for a reason.
I can't deal with it today.
So yes, they keep on fighting, and then we get all the four.
What do you mean?
No, they don't keep on fighting.
Nobody
Sorry,
keeps on fighting. See, this is what happens when you go on too many tangents.
I know.
You can't keep track here.
Well, that's the whole movie. They keep on fighting, and then they finish the movie.
There are 21 deaths in this film, and 9 of them are 12 hand-to-hand fights.
Oh my
so
God.
you tell me, right?
Yep. See, they do keep on fighting.
Yeah. So all 4 guys. After that, like, nobody questions being like, what just happened? What's a ninja challenge card? Like, literally the scene just ends. And then all 4 guys are like, what are you going to do? Oh, I think I'm going to be a singer. And he's like, yeah, see you on the Grammy Awards, right? And he's like, all right. And that scene ends.
And so that scene, they all have like their own plans, and then someone's like, "What if we all stuck together?" And someone's like,
There was one that's like, "Yeah, no,
I got stuff to do," and then another one was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty busy," and then the other guy turns to the other guy and he's like, "What if I joined you?" And he's like, "I'm gonna start a band, so I gotta go now." And they all are just like, "We spent enough time. Sorry."
I think my mom's gonna die tomorrow, and I gotta go to her funeral. It's a thing. You're not gonna want to be there.
I'm pre-booked. Sorry.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Right? Oh, I think I might have cancer tomorrow. So there are many scenes like the next one. Like, so basically, we're introduced to Chester. Now, Chester is a man who goes home to his parents, and his mom and his sister Lily are there, and I guess his father's like, "Get a job!" Right? And he's like, "All right, I'll get a job," right? And then the scene switches over, and now we're switched over. That was it, right? And then the scene switches over to Kirk. Kirk is arguably probably the most handsome, and also does like the most work in this film, right? Like, he is actually really skilled out of the four of them.
He turns it out.
Right? So Kirk saves an old man from being bullied, right? And then the old man is like, "Hey, do you got a place to stay?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "Follow me home," right? And then I think this is my favorite line of dialogue.
She just stays all home all day and cooks.
Yes.
This is one of those scenes, too, where it was like, he was talking so much that they had to have him repeat his lines to fill these gaps in.
This is that prime example of what you were talking about. Ready? Here we go.
Rose, I'm back.
Coming, Dad.
I live here all alone with my daughter, Rose. Rose cooks. All she ever does is cook. She never went to school, you see. Rose can't do anything but cook.
Who's he, Dad?
Well, this brave young man tried to help me when 3 bastards tried to beat me up. Can't you see that he's hurt? Now help me bring him into the house. Then you can go cook some more.
That's my favorite part.
Just shitting on her cooking. Like, I'm sure she takes care of you.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have food if she didn't cook. Calm down, sir.
Yeah. So that to me is just so funny that it's just like, "Yeah, this is my daughter Rose. She's kind of a piece of shit, but she cooks really good. Hey, you see this guy here? He's like, he saved me, but like, 'cause he's good. You're a piece of shit. Go cook."
But he took the brunt of the beating.
Yeah.
And so they take him inside, and Rose is like, "You're not really hurt." And then he's like, "Let me sit on the bed."
Yeah, he does. And she's just like, "All right."
Okay.
And then, so, the old man is like, "Do you know who you beat up? You beat up, like," okay, here's the problem with
Rose
this.
is pretty.
Rose is pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty. But the film, the problem is that the film, because it's spliced footage of multiple things and certain, I guess, bad guys from certain movies only were the bad guy that fought that specific actor in that film, right? So there's actually what seems to be 3 different main bad guys.
Yeah, there's Ray.
No, it's Russell. It is it's Russell, Ringo, and another one.
Jay or Ray?
No, they're all R's. That's why it's...
I thought it was Ray then.
No, I don't think it's Ray. So it's Russell. It is Ringo. I put a thing where I tried to figure out the last one's name.
Ringo Starr.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't, I guess, right? Because
I'm gonna go with Ray.
Two of them are definitely, they say that they're brothers, right? And then another one seems to be, Ringo is like the main one.
Yeah.
The one that, like, I don't know, dresses in a blue polyester suit and gets it big time by the end. So he's like, "Hey, do you know whose men you beat up? They're at Shakura Restaurant and Shakura Restaurant and Lounge." I was like, "Oh wow, did Shakira sponsor this movie?" Right? Because then they go and they switch over to Shakira, and
she's like, "I'm on tonight, my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel your boy. My hips don't lie. Hey, on tonight." Okay, so yes, they go into
La 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 la. All right.
I love Shakira. Sorry. Okay.
I
Getting mad at me for
do one
tangents.
time. I'm sorry, because I once I realized that you like something and you're laughing, I just gotta blow it out of proportion. So
she's my favorite to imitate.
so there
yes,
it's Shakira,
and he just walks in, and it's like he
immediately just starts punching people in the
but
face.
Is this the part where he's just standing awkwardly and he's like kind of dancing and looks over at a guy and is like, yeah.
Yes.
And then the guy's like, what? And then he just punches him.
There's also a lot of
there's
things.
no build up.
There's also a lot of fights where there's like it switches over to a random guy watching it, like, heh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I'm glad I'm not getting punched.
Right? So he loses that fight and they take him in the back. And then Russell also is like,
intentionally, right?
I guess so.
Right. It looks. I was like, I think he's trying to get close to them.
So that is his plan. His plan is to work for them.
Yeah.
Right? But then that doesn't quite make sense because the dialogue contradicts itself through this next scene.
Yeah.
So Russell forces Kirk to work for him. Kirk's like, Russell is basically like, hey, this guy is really good at what he does, which is like, what, picking fights?
Right.
Right? Which I guess that's kind of what he wants anyway, right? So Russell wants him to basically be like a bookie and a muscle to enforce
strong arm him.
Yeah, for their gambling ring, right? But he's
gonna pay him what, $2,000?
Right. So he sends his goons to go kidnap Rose and the old man that he just saved, right?
I thought they went to interrogate the horse guy.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Hold on.
See, the movie is in my brain.
Yeah.
It's just I don't want to.
So he basically is like, hey, I want you to work for me, so I'm going to offer you a job. Which then Kirk is like, no deal.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, wait, I thought you wanted to work for them, right? And so Russell then threatens to hurt Rose and the old man, right? By being like, if you don't work for me, then we'll see if Rose here is still a virgin. Right? And I'm like, all right. Right? And he's like, these three guys will take care of that.
We'll go ask her if she's a virgin.
Yeah, right? And they were like, and we'll chop up your friend into like little bits here, right?
Oh.
And he's like, that's not gonna work for me either. Like for some reason, Kirk has all the power, and I don't understand it because then he's like, well, what would it take? And he's like, how about a cut of the money that I strong arm? And he's like, deal. Right? At first, the first was just like, you work for me, $2,000 a week.
Yeah.
Right? And that wasn't enough. Like somehow Kirk, I don't understand it. Like it makes no sense. Like they actually had him. They had two people, and Kirk's like, I don't give a shit about them, you know. But so I'm gonna make a new deal, right?
Yeah.
So after this, Kirk gets into a fight during a negotiation with a horse race gambler, right? And this is a plot point that goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, they send him, they're like, hey, you're going to strong on this horse guy, and you're going to make sure that he fixes the races for us so we get our money.
Right.
And then he goes and he's like, hey, it's like a really weak attempt. It's not even like, listen, dude, we got to work together. Like, you got to fix these races. He's like, fix races? And the guy's like, no, I don't know you.
So he just bitch slaps him.
Yeah, and he like smacks the shit out of him, and they start fighting. And he's like, oh, you have a tattoo of a naked lady.
Right? He's like, oh, you are Scorpio.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like...
And he's like, I'm a Sagittarius. Like, I was like, why are they talking about their signs? I don't know.
Right? And he's like, you're Scorpio? So we're cool? Yeah, we're cool.
Yeah.
And that was it.
But we don't even know what Scorpio is?
Okay, so my assumption is, and it just was not played out after this, I think Scorpio is like the undercover military agency.
Okay.
Like, but they've never mentioned him by name before or after this.
It's one of Godfrey Ho's 10,000 other ninja movies that are somehow connected to this.
Yes. But it's like a really bad Danny Trejo tattoo, like on the chest
terrible.
Of a naked lady.
She's a real like buff naked lady too.
Yeah. So now we find out that basically the reason Cobra in the beginning is like, I'm gonna send a ninja challenge card to Ninja Master Gordon, is that he is trying to place high stakes bets on Gordon, because he knows that Gordon will win anybody who challenges him, right?
Who's betting on ninja fights?
Ninja fights that actually just seem to happen in the wild.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you see the red
also,
champion.
how do they agree on that
grazing-
meeting place? Like,
I
go
don't think-
to the National State Park.
'Cause
Park at the, like, Cherry Tree Hill Trail.
the white dolphin will be there practicing, and you will show up, and you will just go to town on each other.
Oh. Now it's like cruising. I know that life.
No, I don't. But you're right. Like, I don't understand it, because, like, basically, throughout the film, there are scenes where Cobra is talking to, like, Russell or Ringo or any of them, right? And it's like,
John, Paul, George.
right? Yeah.
Don't ever name anyone Ringo.
No,
That's just a bad idea.
No. So,
They just meet in a national park.
yeah, I don't know, but, like, there's no setup. There's no, like,
Logistics.
there's no more, like, metal cards, like, being delivered.
Yeah.
Being like, now you show up here, and there's
Right.
the white dolphin. Like, there's no... I don't understand the rules of ninjas.
You'll find each other naturally.
Right? But apparently they mentioned that there is, like, ninja commandments. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, later on in the film,
Like the very end.
when Gordon finds out that he's got... He's basically been... The whole ninja challenge card was thrown at him in order to rig these bets. He's like, you have broken one of the ninja commandments. And I'm like... There's ninja commandments?
You can't throw a card and start fighting just because you want to eliminate a lot of people.
Thou shalt not wear three-toed shoes.
Thou shalt not have sequins on their costume.
Thou shalt not bring nunchucks to a sword fight. Like, I don't know.
Why would you bring a shield?
Right.
Yeah. So then we're also introduced to the family of... Whose family is it that has Rose and Mom?
Okay. No, Rose.
Rose is-
We've already been introduced to Rose. So,
Who?
okay, now... No, I got this. Don't
There's
skip ahead.
10,000 characters
I told
in
you
this.
that I would... I had to watch this film twice in order to make sure that we stayed on the
Oh,
plot
God.
here. Okay? So, like, just let me lead this one.
All right, keep going, keep going.
Okay, so after this, Ninja Master Gordon shows up and basically fights his first challenge, the Green Serpent, right? Now, all these fights are almost identical.
Yeah.
Other than the weapons of choice.
The enemy is always dressed in black.
Yep.
The weapons are like a sword, shorter sword.
Well, okay, so yeah, one time it's a sword, and one time Ninja Master Gordon has a sword, but it has like rings in,
like,
in it down the
like
down
key
the
rings,
spine,
like slipped on the
like
back
D-rings,
of it. Yeah.
Another time, his opponent has those like really cool like swords, but they also have like side blade things. I don't even know.
Oh, like what that Ninja Turtle has.
There's
or
no
different.
Ninja Turtle that has that.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of the one that's like a 3.4.
Size?
Yeah.
their size. No, this thing is like it's a sword, but it also has like coming off the handle that like curvature blade thing. I think they look awesome. I don't know what they are though. And then there's another time that it's just like two bigger, wider, like I don't know, like Persian Knights swords.
Yeah.
But all the swords also look like that, like plastic chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I'm like,
they look
got to be careful with that. It's
straight
going to break.
from Halloween Club. So were these costumes. And then, so basically after this, Chester's mom is found hanging by Chester's sister, Lily, who then freaks out, gets kidnapped, and the scene switches over to the exact same scene, but now it's Chester finding his mom hanging. Like,
because the briefcase was stolen.
Right. this briefcase, we don't know what's in it.
I thought it was money.
Well, there's 2 red briefcases.
Yeah.
It's weird, right?
Briefcase with money and a briefcase with watches?
Yeah.
Bomb watches.
Yeah, watch faces.
007 watches.
Yeah, no, it's watch faces that are supposed to be like very small proximity bombs, right? But we don't find that out till way later.
Yeah.
Right? And that's part of the problem is I don't know, like, one, I don't know who the suitcase was for originally, because it seemed like they made a deal and then they immediately, like, go steal the suitcase. So I'm guessing, like, they gave the courier money, and then that courier, they immediately were like, hey, go steal back that suitcase.
But then someone else jumped in and stole the suitcase.
Right.
Which they were like, who did that? But I don't think we ever actually find out who actually stole it. They just assume it was always Chester.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a part of the problem, though, too, because that's not the suitcase full of bombs, I guess.
It was the suitcase full
That's
of
just another
what
suitcase.
we think is money. What
yeah.
I think is money.
And I think that this is a prime example of, like, oh, we found a movie where there's a red suitcase, and there's going to be a scene where there's actually 2 red suitcases, so whatever.
Well, I don't even think both red suitcases are in one image together. I think
they are in when they introduce the bombs.
Oh, gross.
That's what confused me. So, now Chester is like, I swear revenge on, I don't know, Ringo's clan or whatever.
The Beatles.
Right? And then, so Chester goes, God damn you, Lennon! Imagine a world where I kill you!
I hope none of you go solo.
Shit. Oh, they all went solo. Yeah. I just can't let it be! Paul!
Yeah. So Ringo, that's a guy.
Yeah. So Chester goes to, I guess, you are right, it's Ray, but it's Raymond.
Okay.
Yeah. I finally found the line where because I wrote Raymond/Ringo. I went, Chester goes to Raymond/Ringo's house. Yeah. Because I don't know which one.
Yeah.
And he's like, were you the ones who kidnapped my sister? And just breaks a bottle and just stabs a guy to death.
Yeah.
I like to imagine he was like, I don't even know who you are.
But it was also kind of done like just below the shot. So it's like you see him break a bottle and it's like he was just poking a wet sponge full of red goo. So then back to Kirk, is hired to assassinate Ninja Master Gordon because Ringo... this is another thing that's weird, is like Cobra says that Ringo and his henchmen can't bet like on Ninja Master Gordon. They have to bet on the competition. Yeah.
And he's like, wait, what? And he's like, why? And he goes, because my favorite color is red. And you're like, what? That's not how bets work. And also, like, why is Cobra in charge of like the bottom line here?
Yeah.
And then who's also, like, who is running the betting? Like, I know the betting ring, but, like, who's in charge of all this?
Yeah.
Like, so they're pissed off that Ninja Master Gordon killed the first opponent and they lost money. Yeah. So they're like, hey, we want you, Kirk, to go and assassinate Ninja Master Gordon by sniping him on a building. And then this will take care of the whole problem and he won't lose, we won't lose to him anymore. And so Kirk goes there, and he looks down the scope, and he sees, oh, no, it's my trainer, right? And he's like, I can't do that. And instead calls him up on the phone later, and he's like, hey, this is the deal. They hired me to assassinate you, but obviously I didn't. and right?
Whoops.
And this is what Cobra is doing. He's trying to rig the entire ninja challenge. So, Ninja Master Gordon's like, I'm going to have to teach him a lesson. Moving on. So after this, some people are making out on Raymond's private beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some people are making out. Now this happens in Miami Connection as well. Like, do you ever seen people like make out like
in water,
in
on
shallow
a beach?
water? Like, what is that? Why does this happen?
It's because it's supposed to, like, beaches, romance,
Yeah, they're just straight up making out as the ocean's just pouring over them.
Sand in your butt.
Right? And Raymond's like, who the hell are those? Go get them, right? They straight up beat the shit out of him. While Chester watches, because Chester's been like doing, I guess, reconnaissance on all the buildings, trying to figure out who has his sister Lily.
Reconnaissance.
What? What did I say?
You're like, reconnaissance.
Whatever.
You just...
So
you could have said it right, but it sounded funky.
Sure.
Reconnaissance.
And then they kidnap this guy, and I couldn't figure out for like a good
is he
20
part of the
minutes.
foreman?
He is.
Okay.
This guy's name is David.
So what happened to that lady?
Gone. Doesn't matter.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah, no, and not like doesn't matter like I'm being dismissive. She's just gone.
She's not one of like the two hench women, right?
No.
That are like, we are sorry, we did so wrong.
Right.
And then he's like, okay, I forgive you.
So they don't even know who David is. But I guess they assume that David is like a spy or something because they're immediately beating the shit out of him, right? And then they want him to talk, and he's like, I'll never talk. But then immediately he's like, I'm a cop. And you're like, all right, well, like you already know you're in hot water, and then you just like, I'm also a cop. So, yeah. And this is a great thing, like, where they're like, do it, torture him. And, like, the guy's got the hot fire poker, but then giggles?
He's like...
yeah. And, like, that is almost identical to what it sounds like. It's not even like a... And you're like, what happened?
Well, isn't the first guy with the fire poker one of the four? And he's like, you gotta burn him. And he's like,
no.
And then he won't do it. So he's like, here, you do it.
No, the giggly guy? No, he's just a bald guy.
I thought someone couldn't burn someone.
No.
Oh.
No. The guy who's giggling and can't burn him
Yeah.
is just a bald guy with a goatee.
Oh, but he didn't burn him, right?
No, he didn't. He's just giggling.
He's like, I can't do it.
Right? And he's like, you can't do it. I'll do it. Right? And it's another one of those things where they're like, well, we need a torture scene, and here's one that we filmed a long time ago, where for some reason that guy like laughs before he does it. So.
But it's definitely like only steam because it's like a mildly warm metal object against a wet t-shirt, so it's like, and the guy's probably like, that's nice and warm.
Yeah.
I'm a little cold.
And he doesn't talk, so they're like, we'll just leave him locked up down here, right? And it turns out that there's a crack in the wall, and that David can see Lily.
Well, Lily first forces through her scarf to try and
Lily,
tickle someone. Why is she forcing a scarf through a wall?
So that I guess he can see that there's a red scarf poking out the wall.
Pay attention right here.
Yeah. Hey.
Instead of just being like, hey, you over there.
Right. Or tapping, maybe just tap on the wall.
Right.
Something, you know? Because I don't know, if I was like badly burned from a torture and like bloody like he is, last thing I'd notice is like a little piece of red fabric sticking out of a crack in the wall.
I would have pulled on it and been like, ooh, a scarf.
It just keeps going like a magician's scarf. Oh, no.
God, the clown is in the wall. Shit.
So yeah, Lily and David are side by side, right? Like I said, I could not figure out that this was David or that he was actually part of the four for 20 minutes. Like, as all this is going on, I'm like, who is this guy? Right? So then Ninja Master Gordon has another battle and does the same thing, kills the man.
Backflips, disappears.
Right? Right? Love the music, though. Like, every single time.
It's got some pretty catchy tunes.
Some nice,
like, I'm going to fight, too.
So then Russell tries to get Lily to talk about where Gordon is so they can get that suitcase back.
Yeah.
And first he, like, charms her, being like, hey, if you tell me where it is, I'll let you go. She's like, I'll never talk. And immediately takes a 360 on his attitude when he doesn't get his way, knocks her unconscious, and then what seems to be like it's always sleazier when it's, I don't know, like Asian tighty-whitey rape. I mean, I feel like I've seen this kind of thing before.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever watch like the old, not old, but like like Old Boy or Visitor Q.
Oh, no, because I heard Old Boy was supposed to be really, like, violent.
Well, it's violent, it's
like,
incestuous,
not.
There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But that seems to be, like, it's just, like, a creepy Asian in tighty-whities who's about to do something sexually perverted, right? It just, I'm like, this is a stereotype, too, that I don't like.
Yeah.
Right? And it happens. Like, he just strips down, she's completely unconscious, and he gets to work. They don't show it, but it's implied, especially because, like, the next scene is her, like, disheveled, like, passed out. Like, it definitely happened, right? And you're like, oh, God. Like, I didn't need another reason to hate Russell, but, like, I guess, let's go for it.
Yeah, we hate him. It's okay.
Right? Well, that's the thing is, like, because these films, you would think this kind of film would, like, kind of steer, like, or lean towards exploitation, but it doesn't really. Yeah. You know, like, it's not bloody graphic in any way, shape, or form. It does not exploit the female form at all.
No.
Even the one sex scene that is shown in full seems like she's in pain.
Yeah.
Like, nobody really seems to be enjoying themselves.
Yeah. They're just like, well, I guess we got to do it. It's acting.
She's like, no. Right? And her face is equally as bad. But it's not this scene. That's like an actual consensual sex scene.
Yeah.
And they still don't, they're like, we must not show pleasure.
Yeah.
Like, it's for baby making only.
Gross.
It's okay. It's not racist. I'm doing the Master Splinter impression.
Oh, God.
Making baby rats only.
Master Splinter.
Right? Coming.
God, he does say that, though.
He does.
It's creepy.
No, it's great. One day, we'll get to it.
Fine.
So, now, after this, Lily and David both get broken out by the fourth guy?
Yeah.
Who does not have a name. Like,
he's just man.
Tried to figure out, like, one, IMDb doesn't list anybody but the
no
two Caucasian actors.
Yeah.
Right? And so I could not place, like, actor plus, like, it'll list the actor, but not who they played in the movie. So I can't, there's nothing there I can figure out. And they never say the fourth guy's name. Like, I tried running it back, like, to the very few scenes that he's in. Nothing. He looks like the oldest of them all, too, right? So, then Kirk, he has that painful sex scene with one of Russell's girlfriends.
And she's got the betting information.
Yes, which I also don't see how that's important.
Right.
Right? Because...
Maybe they don't know that they're fighting.
I don't know.
Well, they do know that they're fighting because he contacted the Ninja Master.
Yeah, he already contacted him, right? Unless it's like, this is the information of where Gordon...
well, that could also be
Cobra
the information that they turned to the police chief?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's almost pointless.
Like, that information lets the police know, like, okay, there officially is a betting thing, and now we can take him down.
Right, but not arrest them. Blow them up.
Yeah.
So now Russell comes in. Oh, I love how Kirk, he like the girl is like sleeping. He kind of like gets off her like she's laying on his arm. He's like trying to get away like it's a one night stand. But then like steal the information. But then did you see it? Like he like pulls down her skirt.
Yeah.
Like oh, gotta cover the vag.
Yeah. Oop, too much exposure.
Oh no. Oh God. I
Russell,
wanted to use you, not have the audience see.
Oh, come on. Jeez. This is private.
And then Russell comes in after getting off the phone with one of the other henchmen or something.
And he's like, what have you done? You're laying in bed almost naked. Who did you sleep with?
Yeah, immediately. Like, who did you sleep with, whore?
Like, I was like,
and I'm like,
God, how does he know?
Pretty much like, you're my whore, not anybody else's, is what he's going for.
Oh,
right? And he's like, where's the information? Right? And I guess I'm going to use that accent now. Damn it.
Only mildly racist.
Yeah. And she like looks around under the pillows and stuff, like she just was hiding it. Because she was hiding it in some sort of like cloth envelope. I don't know. Nobody uses real envelopes.
Yeah. But then she can't find it, so he just shoots her in the head.
Shoots her in the face. Right?
Like point blank. But she also like... In any other movie, if someone gets shot in the head, they're just like, and then die. But she like grabs her head like, ow, my head.
My cheek.
She like threw her hands up to her forehead and is like, God, I've been shot in the head again. And then dies.
Again.
Like, acting.
Yeah. So then Russell fights Chester because Russell thinks that Chester was the one to steal the information. So he goes to Chester's house and they have a fight in which like maybe Russell, because Russell's the only one out of them that like you don't see clearly that he's dead, but maybe he died in this fight. I'm not quite. He's like, oh wait, no, and like on top of that bar. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure. Like I did not count him in the deaths because I wasn't sure. So
well, who gets killed in like their motel room house? Like there's a window that goes into their room, but then there's a balcony, and they're like fighting on the balcony. But then he throws himself off the balcony.
Yeah, and that's just a henchman.
I thought that guy was important.
Nope.
Oh.
Maybe
definitely, like they invade his house,
but
and
he's not
him.
one of the three.
I thought that was Ray.
So Russell definitely like either gets knocked out here at the laying on the bar, or dies via that. But like that's Russell. Raymond
he gets blown up.
No, Ringo gets blown up.
Okay,
Raymond gets blown up via. Oh yeah, Raymond gets. Okay, Ringo gets blown up in the boat. Raymond gets blown up with the watch on himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your three mains.
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert, guys. So then it's introduced that all four guys, I guess this was the plan?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're all just having dinner, and they're like, here's the deal.
But they're also like the police chief. When is the police chief introduced?
Right here.
Okay.
Right? So the police chief is like, here's what's in the briefcase. It's watch faces that have a 10-meter radius, so you got to get real close for him to actually have any damage.
That's 30 feet.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's still not bad. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's like a grenade.
Right? That's like 3 slam dunks. I just remember like being like, oh, how do I slam dunk? They're like, good luck, shorty. That's 10 feet in the air, a basket. And I was like, oh, man. True story.
There's like no like more information than they told me I had to jump 10 feet for a slam dunk and I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, true story.
There was like not much information surrounding it though. That was,
and that's how I associate
save
30
that
feet
for a party, please. Tell it again sometime.
Hey guys, so you know how I know I was short? Long time ago, I was under 5 feet, and they said you can't jump double your height, and that's how I correlate 30 feet.
So they decide that their plan is
Or
to go
10
back to their house, their secret hideout.
Anybody seen Cobra vs. Ninja?
He's still going.
Sorry.
They go back to the hideout, and they're like, oh, we could use the private beach to hide up there. And they're like, well, we'll plant a bomb on the boat for when they try to escape, but then we'll put bombs in the house to push them out?
I don't know.
But then they were like, oh, but Guy can't return it, but his girlfriend or sister can because they won't suspect it.
Yeah. And so, like, one of them is planting a bomb on a speedboat.
Yeah.
In which then another henchman that I didn't know his name the whole time, but he was like he was losing his hair a little bit. It was like very thin on top, and he had a mustache. And he goes out to try to stop him on the boat. Then they have a like mid-waist in the ocean like karate fight.
And then like our good guy goes underwater, and then he's like, wait, where'd he go? And then it just shows him like wash up on the shore. Shows him wash up on the shore. But it shows him wash up on the shore, and he's like laying there like, God, I escaped.
Yeah.
Like,
oh God, I really need.
And then there's like
I cannot tread water.
Yeah, there's like some running on the beach. The girl, so she takes the briefcase in, and he's like, "Why are you returning this and not that other guy?" And she's like, "He's busy. He's like out of town or something."
And then she
just stands.
Stands there and
he says, "You don't have anywhere to be."
Yeah, overly looks guilty and like, shifty eyes.
She's like, she checks her watch about 3 times in 10 seconds. But he's like, you don't have anywhere to be, so you can wait with us.
But just
say like, oh, sorry, I got a hair appointment.
Okay, so also though, these bombs seem to be triggered 2 different ways. You can either punch the little hand trigger.
Yeah.
Or you can wait for the timer to go off.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, why does she act so nervous like she has somewhere to be?
Because
it's a different movie.
Yeah, it's a 3-minute timer.
It's a movie in which that was important to the plot.
That she had, like, the 3-minute timer bomb on her. Or in the
Maybe,
briefcase.
but also, like, just trigger it because this bomb...
Like, whatever, your death will do good.
Right. So he has one of the bombs, I guess, on him because he was looking at it, and they go chasing after her, and this is where she, like kind of prances around the beach as she's running, and then does this flip right into the guy that we can't name. I don't know his name. And, yeah, he just comes out of nowhere, like, into her flip and pulls a gun. And that's when, like, a henchman was chasing her with a sniper rifle. And that guy gets shot. And then Raymond comes out of nowhere and starts running. And they're like, quick, just hit the trigger. And then a body just explodes.
Oh, he just blows. And you see, like, chunks of clothing fall, but no chunks of body. Because everything's, like, fabric floating. And I was like, wow, he was really light.
Yeah.
Pink mist.
And so then Ringo realizes what's going on and escapes capture because the police chief has now like shown up at the house and like there's a shootout, and Ringo escapes out to his beach, which I guess that was part of the plan. They're like, let him go because he's going to go on that boat with the bomb on it.
And he's super pissed at Yoko.
He's so pissed. And both of them, they're like, please don't go. If you go, then, like, you know, they'll only capture you later and stuff like that. And he's like, shut up, bitch! Right? Slaps both of them in the face and then runs into the ocean. And they're both like, no, Ringo, no! And
You just glossed over my Yoko Ono joke.
Yeah, because it was more racist than my impression.
It wasn't. It was a Beatles reference again.
Yeah.
Nothing about race in there.
That's
because everyone was mad at Yoko Ono. They were like, come on, you stole John.
I thought you were doubling down on the racism of like... being Asian and Yoko's Asian.
No.
And it all connected.
I mean, it does kind of connect.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It was all just purely a Beatles joke.
Oh, okay.
I don't see color.
Uh-huh.
That's a lie. We all see color. And
you saw that ninja was yellow in the beginning of the movie.
Oh my god, it was a white guy in a yellow outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ringo's like, I gotta get on this boat. And then the boat's like, deuces. And he blows up real good.
Yep.
Real clean and fresh.
And that's the end of the first movie.
Yeah.
But wait.
Well, so then, like, the hench women, they come out and they're like, you're in trouble. And the police captain's like, what have you two done? And they're like, we're so sorry. We didn't mean to do anything bad. We were just following orders. And then he's like, okay, I guess they can go free. And they're like, you caught the captain on a good day. And I was like, I don't think that's how the law works, but okay, sure.
Good thing we're not in America.
Yeah, that's the end of the first movie. They all like high five and it freeze frames. They're like, woo.
But then, wait, there's more.
Yeah. There's always more.
So, Gordon, Ninja Master Gordon, did call up Cobra and be like, I know what you're doing. I challenge you. And he's like, I'll accept that challenge. Like, and then he bets on himself like $1 million, right? Like,
smooth move.
I know, right? It's all been leading up to this. I'm like, why didn't you just make that bet the first bet? Like, so they show up and Gordon's like, you son of a bitch, you killed all those men. He's like, you killed all those men. And he's like, all right, well, he gets very, he's like, well, I'll
ninja code,
and I'll revenge them.
Yeah.
It's like, you'll revenge what, yourself?
Yeah.
What are you gonna?
You would have to sacrifice yourself.
Yeah, you're gonna do that ninja honor thing where you just stab yourself in the gut.
Seppuku.
Yeah, that's it. Ooh, good call.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, it's just like you did it. You literally didn't have to jump out of the shadows, like, materialize a weapon and be like, you're dead because somebody threw a metal envelope at me.
Yeah.
But that's what he did 4 times in this movie. Like, if anybody's kind of the bad guy, it's Ninja Master Gordon here.
Mustard
the
hot
red
dog.
champion. The red and yellow
Mr.
champion.
MacDonald.
Oh, so Cobra and Ninja finally show down. And they seem to continually producing weapons out of thin air.
Yeah.
Like, the first time, like...
It's like... Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat!
Right. Mustard.
Yeah.
Ketchup. Fights. Purple. Sequins. Yeah. So Cobra has a shield, and he throws it around the room like Captain America.
Right?
Right. And every time, like, a weapon gets thrown, by the way, like, it doesn't hit anybody. Because, like, Ninja, his name's not actually, it's Gordon. Like, that's another thing. It's not actually Cobra versus Ninja. It's Cobra versus Ninja Master, if anything, right?
But so, Cobra has a spear, right?
No, that's Gordon.
Oh, okay. So then it's the shield. So Cobra throws the shield right as Ninja Master
Throws the
throwing
spear like a lazy, limp javelin.
But so, like, Cobra kind of flips over it and it looks realistic. But then, like, Ninja Master Gordon, he does a backflip while the shield's, like, in front of him. So it's like...
And the shield's, like, superimposed.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't look good at all.
Oh,
The
no, it
shield
didn't.
just missed him.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he dodged it. It was like, I'm going to do a backflip while it's missing me.
Right. Also, like, I guess, is this part of the ninja commandments as well? Like, thou shalt do as many flips as possible. Yeah. Like,
don't stay on the ground.
There are so many times when, like, one guy, like, falls to the ground, and then the other guy's like, he has a chance to, like, take him out, but decides to, like, do a flip sideways instead before, like, approaching again. Or they'll, like, I don't know, they'll be, like, on opposite sides of the screen, and then they'll, like, do flips on their own end, like they're showing off. Like, I feel like Ninja in this world isn't as much about actually accomplishing the task as it is about being flashy.
I don't think they're real ninjas.
There's a lot of flair here. Yeah. Like, yeah, that's what the ninja challenge is all about.
Jazzy.
The ninja, well, it's about elimination. You know, it's a ninja challenge. It's like drag racing.
RuPaul's Ninja Race.
RuPaul's Ninja Race.
Gentlemen.
The 20th season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, no. No.
Honey.
So, murder. So, Gordon manages, surprise, surprise, to kill Cobra.
Mm-hmm. Takes off his mask, does the mask thing again, but this time, just walks away.
Yeah. He's like, I've used up all my teleportation.
Yeah, right?
So I'm going to walk home.
Back to the command center, Zordon.
Yeah.
And end film.
Blessed be.
Blessed be the end of this film. Blessed be Godfrey Ho, creator of Z Cinema.
I don't think I would ever recommend or watch this again.
Not this one.
No.
No.
Never.
If it had more scenes like the end, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what I was mentioning about Ninja Terminator is like the crab scene and the wind-up robot that delivers the message to Harrison and everything. They're in, like, the beginning, so, like, the movie just continually has crazy moments in it. This is just like, God, who are you?
Yeah.
What are you? I don't...
Rudimentary.
Yeah. So, I picked a great one for the show, but no, I wouldn't recommend this either.
Bam.
No, absolutely. Did you find any reviews?
All of the reviews, there were a total of 8, 4 on IMDb, 4 on Amazon. None of them were the exact same, so that's pretty good. But all of them were like, I gave it a 2 out of 10 because it's pretty weird.
Yeah.
And then it was just like synopsis reviews where it's just like, it was great because this happens and I love this character. Or it was like, good quality, glad I found the DVD. Like, thanks, Amazon. That's
DVD?
not a review. I hate when people leave reviews of their product and it's like, I loved this DVD. What? Why? No.
Yeah.
That's not...
So, nothing.
Yeah.
You got nothing.
We got nothing.
Yeah. So, no Gimme 5 this week. That just about does it for us. Make sure that you rate, review, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Bombs Away Show. reach out to us, contact at Bombs Away Show. If you're listening to this in the first 2 weeks that it was out, tickets are still available to Miami Connection on August 16th. If you're in the Southern California area, please join us at the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana for this amazing live one-night-only event where we will be screening Miami Connection, having an 80s pre-show party, prizes, giveaways, and then a live version of our show making fun of the movie you just saw.
Miami Connection's like the good version of this movie.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the way fun version.
The fun version, yeah.
Right? So join us for that. You can still get tickets at thefridacinema.org or at our Eventbrite page, which is bombsawaylive.eventbrite.com. That just about does it for us. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Jarrett.
And Ninja!
Hey, this is Jarrett with the Bombs Away podcast, and we are here in the Frida Cinema recording our podcast. So the Frida Cinema is a program of the Long Beach Cinematique, and it's located here in Santa Ana in Southern California. It serves the neighboring communities, and it is a non-profit art house cinema dedicated to enriching, connecting, and educating communities through the art of cinema. It's here to entertain, and that's why the entertainment industry exists. So what they show on these screens is pretty amazing. They have things such as the Director's Series, and it features directors such as Martin Scorsese, Mel Brooks, and Lloyd Kaufman. Lloyd Kaufman, if you didn't know, did The Toxic Avengers and The Class of Nukem High. They also have something called Friday Night Freakouts, and this is presented by OC Weekly. It has films that are among the horror or sci-fi kind of genre. They've done films such as Lost Boys, Hackers, and The Room. They've also featured anime like Your Name and Akira. Some other things they do are double features. They've done things such as Hot Fuzz mixed with Shaun of the Dead, which is actually two pretty good films. They also show a lot of cool things among the lines of indie films. They have The Void, which is currently on Netflix, and they also have had Academy Award-winning films such as Best Film winner Moonlight, which I think is pretty awesome that it showed in this space before it actually went up. If you want more information about showtimes, location, and everything film and entertainment related to the Frida Cinema, you can go to www.thefridacinema.org. You can also follow on Facebook at facebook.com/thefridacinema and on Instagram and Twitter at thefridacinema. The Frida Cinema, for filmmakers, for filmgoers, and for you.
This has been a production of Big Bulb Entertainment, executive produced by Jonathan Young. For more media and information, visit us at www.bigbulbentertainment.com. Big Bulb, what's your bright idea?